Jai Durga. Come on, mother. Ayurvayu chalat patra lavambukana banguram paraloka mahavyadir yatne nashu chikitsatam. This life is but a breath, awakens a tremulous dewdrop, hanging at the end of a shaking leaf and ready to fall down. But your future life is long and enduring under all its variations. Therefore, heal it for the everlasting futurity. Ayurvayu chalat patra lavambu kanabanguram paraloka mahavyadhi yatne nashu chikitsatam. This life here, ayuhu, vayu chalat, passing breath, patra lavambhu, ambu is water, a drop, lavambu, just a drop of water, patra at the end of a leaf, kana banguram, just like a dewdrop at the end of a leaf. It is very short-lived or fickle. You never know when the life passes out. Yeah. It may stay, but it can go any time. There is no guarantee of this life. So, but whatever it is, in this short period that you are here, paraloka mahavyadi, because time is eternity, and when you pass away, wherever you may be, that great disease, yatne nashu chikitsatam. Please try to find a remedy for it and try your best effort. Because previously he had said yesterday in the chant, Atmananda aushadhi. He says, how do you treat this disease of the hereafter is by the knowledge of the self. So he says, try to use it. Try to get it with your best effort, as much as you can. And in any case, you know, life doesn't end with death, and you can always continue trying. Yeah, this is just one link in the long length of chain. I am also trying, when we are talking, many of you may feel bad. We have heard this hundreds of times from more enlightened Swamis, and those who have realized more. You are again telling the same thing, and we are tired and sick of listening to this. So please don't feel bad, because I'm not talking to you. I am talking to myself. I'm trying to still find out, you know, Shankara is trying hard to get me to understand this Brahman. Yeah. And I'm trying to still put a finger on it, what he is trying to get. And so I may have to try it again, because these two chants, I have read it hundreds of times, but it looks like he has got the clue for me to get the Brahman. So in talking to you, I'm trying to explore for myself, you see. Because in the third chant, he had talked about Yasyaiva spuranam sadatmakam asad kalpartakam bhasate. And then in the fourth chant, he is talking about this light that is present in the belly of this clay pot. So he's trying to connect that. Yasyaiva spuranam, that throb, what he said in the previous chant, that is the light that is present here, in our hearts. He's trying to connect it. And then he had jumped on that hoop, you see, Sakshat Tattvamasi iti Veda Vachasa Yo Bodhayatyashritan. There he is trying to connect you with Sadeva Saumya Yidam Agra Asit. In the beginning of the creation, what was there? The Rishi said, existence. There is something that's real, something that makes everything appear as real. To understand that, you guys may feel really bad because I keep on telling the same things. And we need to hear it thousands of times. That's where the Purascharanas also came for the mantras. We repeat lakhs of times. We are so hard, this diamond, what we are trying to melt, it is so hard, or it looks very hard. But still we don't get the concept that it's not hard, it appears to be hard. That's where these guys have jumped one quantum leap. If this was really hard and real, no way you are going to melt it. No. But it appears to be hard and appears to exist, so you can make it disappear. A magician's illusion appears to be. It is not true. And this is the similarity here between this universe and the magic show, you see. This I have to identify, because Tattvamasi, you see, the books, they say, thou art that. That means what? You have to switch back to the beginning of creation, whatever it could be. And that alone you are, and that is the light of knowledge that is in this clay pot. And this light is Chakshuradhikarana Dvara Bahispandate. This light that is inside is spilling out of our sense apertures as knowledge. How? Janamiti tameva bhantam anubhatyetat samastam jagat. I know the light that comes out through the sense organs, the first feeling of that light, how is this light? Janamiti, I know. So this I know is what was there in the beginning of creation. And this is where we have to connect all of them, to get this Brahman. Because Brahman was in the beginning of creation. He is the origin of the entire cosmos is. What was the origin? You have to name something, God or Brahman. We call it Brahman, you see, in our books. But that Brahman appears to us now as Janami, I know. This is what Shankara is most probably struggling to tell me. This I know wherever you get, this is not you know as an individual self. As a fragmented being, you don't have the connection there, no. The first throb, that is the flash. Where is that flash? That flash is, I know. And that I know is very difficult to understand. As I was telling we talk about knowledge, but I haven't understood what is knowledge. He says, what do you mean you don't know? Because the moment I know doesn't come as a just I know. Because it is coming through the chakshura, the karana dvara, by his spandate. It is coming only through the sense organs. You see. All your knowledge is coming through the sense organs. He says, we were talking last time too, because I'm trying to clarify to my own mind, to hold this Brahman. I see. How do you know you see? Means I know I see. So when I say I see, this I know is incorporated into that very sentence, I see. I see means I know that I am seeing. So he says, this Brahman that we are telling is ununderstandable. Alaksha, I never know how to grasp it. That's how it stays, essentially, in spite of all the trials. So when I know I am seeing, he says, the Brahman is very actively involved in that action, you see. Yeah, he is not somewhere hidden behind a wall. No, it is very actively, it is present here, engaged with you in your life. Because what has happened to us is the denial of God's presence. When I was talking to you previously about when I met my senior monk, of Swami Shivanand, another Atmananda, and I asked him what he had gotten after all his 90 years of life. And I told you I actually forgot what exactly he said. And we were lucky that Siddharth was present at that time. When I asked him, he said, the Atmananda said, the other Atmananda, the presence of God. This is what I got in my life, is this presence of God. That was so profound, because that's the only thing we are looking for, and that is what the entire world denies. There is no God, because we have never seen. Show me. Everybody asks, if we talk about God, show me. And we don't know how to show it, because we think we haven't seen. And Shankara is trying to make us understand, please get that out of your neural circuits. Because whatever you are thinking as real is just your brain circuits. You see. Whatever the brain is trying to regurgitate, what you have fed it. The absence of God, we have fed this brain a lot. Yeah. And everyone also supports that view, you see. So we are very sure God is not there. You see. So all that Shankara and our books are trying to do is to make us somehow change that neural circuit. Because if the brain said it is there, then for you it will be there. We are not worried about others, because most probably others don't exist. Because they are all your own creation, if you are one with God. As long as you are not one with God, this is not your creation. But if you become one with God, this would be your creation and others would be absent. If others will be there, they will be your own self. And here he says, where he is trying to get this, when I say I see, he says, just pay attention. You know that you are seeing. That knowing aspect that doesn't belong to you. It is Brahman's characteristic. Consciousness and awareness, that's what is Brahman, you see. Prajnanam Brahma is. And even the act of knowing, prajnana it's a preposition that we use in grammar, lut. That has got two meanings, you see. They say bhava karanayoho. Bhava is action. The action of knowing is there in prajnana. And karana, the instrument of action, that is also in prajnana. Bhava karanayoho. So, this seeing, and there when he says prajnana is just not consciousness, but any instrument the consciousness uses, that's also Brahman, you see. Prajnanam Brahma is. So, this, when I see that consciousness that makes you aware, and the very instrument of seeing, both are Brahman, you see. That is the very beginning of creation. Yes. And, okay, seeing is fine. How about hearing? He says, even when you hear, I hear a sound, I hear the Ganges flowing. Yes. What is happening is, after all the action that takes place in hearing, the ultimate translation is, I know I hear. I don't want to go through the technical process of your hearing. I will leave you to science books. I know I am hearing. This I know belongs to Brahman. It is Brahman's presence. And you listen to the sound. That's also Brahman, you see, because Karana is included in that prajnana. You see. So anytime when I hear, I should make an effort to recognize the presence of Brahman. Yes. And as we have already told, Paraksha Priya iva hi devaha. It comes indirectly to you, you see. It is not completely indirect, it is direct too, you see. Because yesterday I was reading in Avduta, how can I tell you whether it is a pratyaksham or tirohitam? Whether it is really present or hidden, khatam vadami. He says, how can I tell you? Because, I'm telling it's indirect. No, it is not indirect. It is, I know. If I tell Brahman, you are always indirect, he says, are you stupid? Who is talking? I know I am talking, when he says you are talking, you are not talking. All that, when we feel I'm talking, this I cannot talk, it is inert. You get this? That's where the old idea of giving up from the body and jumping onto the stage of the self. These are like two stages. There are two tables. We are standing on the table of I am the body. Yes. We have to jump from this table to this other table that it's not even by the side, it is inside this very table. So you have to just really one more jump you have to take. You are sitting on the spirit. Yes. This I am talking. It works through the sense organ of my speech. Because that's also a sense organ. You see. Not only jnanendriyas, but karmendriyas. That's also karna. So it works through that speech. I am talking. I have to take time to understand this I am's presence in the action of talking. Because if that was not involved, this won't talk. Just shuts up. It cannot do any action without the presence of consciousness. So he says, when you smell, though I am repeating, but we have to repeat to make this brain get it. That's what Shankara is trying to do. When you smell any time, it could be the beautiful rose. If you were lucky enough to run into a God-made rose instead of the man-made rose, if you ever got into it, those one or two roses are there in Premanandji's garden. When it comes, that rose, oh man, when you give that, that smell. When I smell that beautiful rose or the night queen, jasmine, gardenia. Gardenia is not present much in India. Night queen that is very fragrant, isn't it? Night queen. Suddenly you are walking in the night and somebody has in their yard this night queen. It is so, it catches, it makes you stop. I know I smell. He says, oh man, your nose is working. You recognize the night queen. You are very great. But Brahman says, did you know you smelled the night queen because of me? Now, this is where we are ignoring something that's constantly present. We always hear God is omnipresent and He's present all the time, but how come we don't see or feel? He says, this is the way you have to do it. You never take time. You get so much taken over by the night queen or a day queen. You ignore me because of this queen can be present there, you see. This queen is so enticing, you forget this king that is here. I am, you see. There is something here because of which I could smell that night queen and feel the happiness. You see. Oh man, what a beautiful creation. It is a beautiful creation because of me. That is there, the flash of light that is in your clay pot. Yes. Oh man, did you bring rasgulla? No. You brought? You have? You keep in your room? Oh my God. I love rasgulla. We should go to her room after the class. I don't know how many rasgullas she has, we don't know. So, but rasgullas we like, when we taste it, we get so enticed by it. He says, do you know how you taste? It is because of me. I know I taste, you see. My consciousness becomes the first presence. And then only the rasgulla, you see. Rasgulla's presence is felt only after you accept my presence. Yes. I know I am tasting. And this I know is not somebody else. He says, this is me. This is my presence. You get it where we haven't been able to connect this God and denying Him. If we had connected it, then He told in the previous chant, Sakshat Tattvamasi iti Vedavachasa. This consciousness that is in you is not somebody else's. That belongs to that was in the beginning of creation. Yes. It is that universal consciousness alone that is present. Yes. And when you feel the sun's nice warmth and feel good, he says, even in that I know I feel the warmth. And this I know is the presence of God. It is the presence of Brahman. And that is present and you feel the warmth. Or when any of the karmendriyas work, when he says chakshuradi karma dvara, it doesn't mean only jnanendriyas, but even the karmendriyas, whatever they work, it is all because of the fact that I know. Yes. And to connect it, to make it a little more real, my brain always thinks of the sunlight, you see. I am very enamored of sunlight. I used to be stuck with sunlight, and even now I am stuck. That means must be 6-7 years. All these guys used to get sick of me talking because whole year it was just sunlight. If you come to, if any time you came to my talk, if Swamiji opened the mouth, it will be sunlight. Because I always used to think, the sunlight falls on the objects. We call it as object, man. These are not objects. Because I have forgotten that writer. He was a scientist from Italy. This was a beautiful book. The scientist trying to write for a layman, you see. So he is trying to explore how the science went through trying to find the matter, you see. All that science is trying to do is to understand what is matter. Yeah, that's all there has been its path, the journey of science. So in the beginning we knew, oh, where all objects are there. This is a book, this is a table, this is a wall, this is a river, this is water, this is earth. This is how we understood it. But the science explored that and they said, no, these are not matter like this. So they went to the extent of telling, these are all atoms. First they went to molecules. They could not see the atoms. Then they said, these are all molecules. And then they became smarter, they had better instruments. They said, these are not molecules, these are atoms. So the whole world was, they said, it consists of atoms. Then they said, no, these are not made up of atoms. These are made up of electrons, protons, and neutrons. So that's where it went. And afterwards, of course, they tried to find out more of the subtle particles and other things. And they came out with the idea, no, there are no protons and other things. This is just an energy. There was no matter, no particles. It's just energy. And then they started to analyze more and use their brains. And they came to understand there are no energy or anything, it's all fields. There are no particles, there are fields, you see. Just like we have got magnetic field, they said there are only fields, you see. Where the ultimate, at present the science says, is there are no particles, there are only fields, you see. Fields. I don't know what is a field. we just accept field, but of course scientists would know what is a field. If you are field, if you felt it, you would have already dissolved. You get it, we think we get it. We don't, trying to dissolve this mountain. This is a field. You were when I said vibrations at one field, one time of this progressive understanding, it came to vibrations, you see, waves. But then they went away from the waves also, you see. They are all not even waves, you see. Then it is just a field for science. There is no solid diamond. It is just a field which our brain is trying to understand and grasp. And for our living, it is Maya Shakti Vilasa Kalpita Maha Vyamoha Samharine. God in His mercy, He said, if they just found fields, man, people would be bored to death, just like I was before creation. So now I have created, people should have fun. Yeah, that's why I created the universe. So I don't want you to be seeing the field, I want to see you the mountain. So he said, abracadabra, and waved his peacock feather. Krishna, that's why he stuck always peacock feathers in his head. If you believed suddenly this is a wave, he would wave the peacock feather and you will think, ha ha ha, this is nice world, you see. It becomes a reality. But in all this reality, the basis is Brahman. The basis is Brahman. Like when I used to see, this Brahma Sutra Bhashya, when we read, and Shankara says, I always have the answers. They have got Purva Pakshi and Uttar Pakshi, the opponent and the propounder of the thesis. They are arguing. Shankara always says, I have the answer. And I found it is so funny. He says, now these two guys are discussing. And the Purva Pakshi, of course, the opponent doesn't believe in these books or anything. It's logical. So Shankara puts the question and that guy doesn't have the answer. Shankara says, I have the answer. What is your answer? The books say Brahman made it. Every time when you see, what is your answer? The book says Brahman, it has come from Brahman. So every time you say, the book says, I have the answer because I believe in the book. This book says it came from Brahman. And the poor Pakshi, poor guy, what can I talk to this guy? Every time you talk to him, this book says this came from Brahman. And Shankara says in the ultimate end of the book, I have won the case. Because I gave you the answer. You did not have the answer. The book says it came from Brahman. So it is like that. But then I think because that is how, that's the only answer. There was, logically we don't have an answer. Because that's where the science stays. Okay, it's the fields of particles. This is where we stand because this is what we can analyze. But if they had, as Shankara, he says, the book says there are no fields. It is Brahman. And the scientist will keep looking at him and don't know what to tell this guy. Because anything you ask, this book says it came from Brahman. And we subscribe to Shankara and the books. So for us, it is not the waves or fields of particles. For us, it is Brahman, which was the beginning of creation. That alone is present now. Yes. Because the Rishi's idea was this. If whatever you name, whatever was there before the Big Bang, you name it or you call it nameless. They are the only two ways you have. You don't have the sixth sense to say it is beyond both. We have got only 5 senses. So we either say is or is not. We don't, anything other than that is a paradox. But for these guys, whatever you name it, the rishis think if you think there was nothing before this Big Bang, then even now it should be a nothing, yes. Period. Because how can anything come out of a nothing? Yes. If something comes out of a nothing, it must be an illusion. Somebody is tricking you. So they said, no, we cannot trick you because tum to pandit hai. You know all the magical tricks, you have read the books. Yeah, the new magicians have made a problem. They wrote books of how the magic shows work and ruined the magic shows. Yeah, magic shows, they should not have told anybody how it works. Then the magic show would have been exciting. But their thing is, if there was nothing, it cannot come out. Yes. Though your science may say now, suppose you put in a vacuum, they say particles appear and disappear. This is where when the Stephen Hawking or someone came out with how the creation could have been, they said God is redundant. We don't need God, because particles can appear from a vacuum and particles can disappear. But here this theory is, even if the particles do appear from the vacuum, it should be an illusion. Because you always have an antiparticle. For these things, it could be a speculation, but the mathematics agrees, so they don't contradict. Yes. Because nobody has seen an antiparticle. Yes. Because you cannot be present where there's an antiparticle, because particle would disappear. Yes. So even an antiparticle is an imagination of the scientists, because they believe in a plus and a minus. Equations have a plus and a minus. It is an equation, but who has seen this minus? You don't see it. So these books do say that must be an illusion. Yes. So whatever was there in the beginning of creation, if there is something, that alone should be now, you see. Because if there is no other extraneous cause, nothing can happen to that original thing. Is. And if you have to think about the origin of creation, you should go to the furthermost point where there is no other, no concept of other. Because if there is another, you have to still go further to explore. Yes. You cannot stop. That's not the end, you see. And so it won't be the beginning. If there is a beginning, they said it should be either a nothing or it could be only, whatever that is, it could be only one. Because if there is something else, then you go further. That is where they came to this concept of Ekameva Dvitiyam Brahma. They called that original thing as Brahman. They just named it, you see. We will name this as Brahman. And then, can there be another one? Then they said, no, then if there is another one, we haven't found the beginning of creation. Yes. So they said, if we accept the beginning, it should be only one. And we will call it as Brahman. So now what is there at present in this universe? Because we see this universe and we do not see this one. Only we see the many. We haven't put a fold on this one. Yes. That is where the rishis came out. No, if there was one in the beginning of creation, and if there is a creation, that one alone should be appearing as this creation is. That one alone should be present as this entire universe is. And then There, another thing, how they came to the idea of consciousness was, because where the science gets in trouble to really find out the origin. They haven't been able to really find the theory of creation. It's very tough. Because there was one of my friends was a statistics professor in some American college, and he was a great mathematician because he was in one of America publishes a book, Who is Who. Do they publish it every year, or it is, what is it? You don't know, there's a book, Who is Who in America, So, the topmost intelligence, if somebody is worth mentioning, their names will be there, and this person's name also is there in this book. What I'm trying to say is, he was not just a professor, but he is some person of outstanding brain or a mathematician. He actually took an year of sabbatical from his college teaching because he had a great desire to prove God through mathematics. Because it has been so, nobody has been able to prove scientifically about God. I don't know what blocks them because we are not scientific. Suppose now I am talking and telling, if a scientist was there, he would say, hey, Swami, what are you talking? This is not the truth. He will put his logic. Like I had a friend, his name was Larry Goldberg. He was a philosopher. It was a problem. I would have talked, and I thought, now I have convinced the people about God. And I'm very satisfied and happy. Just as I'm to finish the talk, he would say, Swamiji, yes. And he would raise an objection. It's just like a liar. And then he would ruin the whole talk. All that I thought I accomplished, he would ruin it. And afterwards I told him, whatever you want to raise objections, once the talk is finished and we have lunch, raise the objections. Because you ruin, these guys now, they go back home thinking that God is real, and you made again the same thing for them, God is absent. My whole purpose was somehow to make God's presence, even if it's a ridiculous logic, because these people are also ridiculous. So they would believe it, but you ruined the whole thing with your logic, philosophical logic. So, like that, he wanted to mathematically prove. So he took a year sabbatical, and he got a van, a camper. It's actually a camper, so he can camp wherever he goes. So he would take it to the state parks or something, and his family also would be there, so they could cook and do things. And then he tried his best. He came back after a year. He said, he could not prove it. And I thought, and a non-believer could not prove means I could understand, but this man is a very great believer in God too. Actually, he was, for your happiness, he was a believer in Krishna. Actually, he had a small picture of Krishna. Even when he would visit some people, he would take this picture. When he eats, he has to keep that picture there, and then he has to take the first morsel and give it to this picture, and then only he would eat. He would give it to God and eat. That's what he thought. So, but even for believer, whatever it was, he said, I could not prove. No mathematical equation would prove God. I thought, what is the problem? Because we always think zero is God, you see, and you finish it. But no, he could not do it. But what they are trying to tell is just like Shankara. The book says, Brahman. Brahman is the cause, you see. So all this is the cause. So if you ask me, how are these fields? These fields are there because they came from Brahman. Because in the beginning there was only Brahman. Everything came from Brahman. The book says, you see. So Shankara is so perfect. And I thought, first I thought Shankara knew some Brahman of his own. He says, in the end, I don't know Brahman. No, this is where it was perfect. I don't know Brahman. Then why are you talking? Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahma Evana Paraha. This is the final conclusion of all the Vedanta is. And he said, were you bluffing me? Are you taking me on my wrong path? He says, no. Brahman, I know. So, you know. Yes. Brahma Upanishadam. Upanishad says there is Brahman. And I thought, he also accepts. He doesn't say, I don't know Brahman. Brahman is a fiction, because he says, this is real. This is absolute truth. What is absolute truth? Upanishad. Upanishad says there is Brahman. So Brahma Upanishadam, Brahman is there only because Upanishad says it, not because anybody else is going to prove it. And then I thought, that definition still stands valid, because science still cannot prove God is. No. When they really say it is beyond the ken of reason and logic, it is really true. You cannot try to prove it. If there is another intelligent guy sitting in front of me and trying to listen, it would be a problem. I used to see there was another scientist. Sometimes he would come when I would go to Denver, you see. And sometimes every year I would go once to Denver, because at one time I used to ski. So Colorado is known for skiing. So I would go there. And whenever I would go, one of my best friends, Larry, he would always collect people. Or else I myself, as I told you, I'm not a talker or I want to talk. He always said, whenever I would come there, he would try to get people, you see. But it's all different types of people. It is not like all religious or philosophical or something. It's people, all his friends, whoever is there, he would have everybody come. He would arrange a meeting and we would have lunch and we would have a good time. But part of the program would be my talking too. And there was one scientist. When I say scientists, these are all real scientists. Crazy. Only once I have met only real one scientist, I think, and that was this guy. And he was for exploration of gravity. See. Day and night, they would think only of gravity. This is where I could understand what a scientist is or what Einstein's were. Because if they are fixed on an equation. They could not get out of an equation unless they solve it. It may take years. So he was trying to solve gravitation, you see, because he would say Einstein doesn't know gravitation. That's where he could not prove unification theory. I will find it. And he would really do it. Till he is still alive, I think, hope so. And the whole day, and it's all gravity. And that's all that he had. He had a small table and 2 books, some Maxwell's equation or something, Maxwell, and some electricity, these original books were there, 2 books, and a notepad and a pen. That's all it is his altar, because all the thinking takes place only in the brain. And of course he would get millions of dollars of grant because he's exploring about gravitation. So somebody would give him $1 million for a year, and he would live on the top of a mountain in a cabin. He would never mix with people, never lived with people. Of course, he was very happy with bears and animals, very friendly. He would love it, because he used to live on the the Colorado Rockies, the peak-to-peak highway. And he would come to the talks. He was one of my friends. So he would be present, and I would feel so happy. There is somebody who thinks I am talking some sense, something that is true or real. So I would be very happy inside. After all the talk is finished, he was very decent. Just when there was little pillars and we would get out for eating or something. When I would go there, he would say, "Hope this is fine to talk." He just said, "Bullshit." What he meant was, whatever you said was nonsense in another way. So if you don't like that, what I said, BS, you forget about that word or delete, you can say nonsense. And I thought, okay. There is somebody to pour water over my fire of enthusiasm. This Brahman. Okay. But here, this Brahman, everything dissolves into that. And this I know forever thesis, we believe in this is consciousness. Because science did not put consciousness in its equation of Brahman. But our books, that was the main breakthrough for the rishis. Consciousness is Brahman, which at present still science is struggling to accept or do things, But if consciousness is accepted as the beginning of creation, then this I know is the first act of any cognition that you have in life. Your life's first knowledge is I know. And that I know is the Brahman. That is the original thing that was there before the cosmic Big Bang. And that is present continuously. It is just like the cosmic radiation, what they call cosmic radiation. Most probably it must be intelligent, it must be just conscious, not that it's an inert matter. And that cosmic radiation of consciousness, we are all living. And to accept it is realization. Om सर्वेषां स्वस्ति भवतु, सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु, सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु, सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु, सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ परब्रह्म परमात्मने नमो नमः। यथाशक्ति वेदपारायणं समर्पयामि। ॐ तत्सद्ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु। हरिः ॐ तत्सत्। ॐ